Good evening, Kutztown. I'm Diana Minogue. Coming up in the newscast, Halloween is upon us, and the Women's Center hosts Love Your Body.
And I'm Jeff DePalma with an update on KU football and women's cross country. We also have Casey Monago with the Kutztown weather forecast. Newsbreak begins now.
This past weekend, Kutztown University hosted the annual Walk to End Alzheimer's Disease. At 10:30 a.m., hundreds of people swarmed from the DMZ to Main Street for a 1-mile walk downtown and back to campus. Among the walkers were many KU students, as well as families and teams from all over the region, walking for the same cause. Everyone present held a different colored pinwheel flower to represent their connection to the cause. Orange flowers for those walking to help end Alzheimer's, yellow for those taking care of someone with Alzheimer's, blue flowers for those currently suffering from the disease, and purple flowers for anyone who had lost a loved one to it. Due to the beautiful weather on Saturday, the walk brought a lot of people, and the fundraising was reported to be a huge success. Thanks to KU for providing a venue for yet another worthy cause. Last week, KU hosted a job and internship fair at the McFarland Student Union building. Employers from all over the area were there. Newsbreak's Brady Gallagher has the story.
The Career Development Center hosts a number of events throughout the semester, and we do mock interviews at the end of the first month of each semester. We have our internship and job fair. We also have a whole line of companies that come on campus for on-campus interviewing.
60 companies spoke with students about different opportunities available for potential hires.
Graduates that are willing to work with troubled youth, put in the time and the effort. It's a really tough population to work with, and it's a real challenging job, but it can be very rewarding. And we're looking for people that are willing to go the extra mile.
Companies such as Walmart, Turkey Hill, and Excel set up tables to showcase their career openings.
I would just tell them to make sure that they're prepared, and I know the college does a lot of that, but some of them just need to know that they should have some resumes on hand, even if they've already sent them into some of the companies and the representatives here. Dress appropriately. We don't need suits, but you don't want to come in with your sweatpants and your gym clothes on.
Students dressed up and prepared to speak with representatives that they were interested in.
Well, the mock interview that we had on campus was a big plus. I learned what to say, how to say it, what not to say, what to bring with me. Brought a bunch of copies of my resume. I didn't write my major on my name because I wanted to tell them myself instead of having them read it off of a piece of paper. Eye contact and a firm handshake.
And just be sure of yourself. That's the most important thing. If you come in here and you know you have a talent and you're earning a degree, so you should be proud of that, so show that off.
Most students would say that this is a very nerve-wracking experience, but with the proper preparation and a go-get-'em attitude, this is the perfect opportunity for students to get their foot in the door for the career that they're working for. I'm Brady Gallagher, reporting for Newsbreak.
Our very own professor, George Sarekos, has been honored with the title of PDK Emerging Leader. PDK is a nationwide association that represents professionals in the fields of education for students in grades K through 12. Professor Sarekos received this distinction for his work in helping to advance the belief that students who are traditionally marginalized in education, such as those in urban settings, can be equally successful. Sarekos is a first-year adjunct professor of secondary education here at Kutztown, after teaching science at the Hudson High School of Learning Technologies in New York City. As one of only 25 individuals in the nation to receive this distinction, he will be honored at a weekend event in Washington, D.C. toward the end of this calendar year. Congratulations to Professor Sarekos for receiving this great honor. You know, I think it's incredible that the teachers here at Kutztown University are so very accomplished.
Yeah, you're right. It kind of just makes you proud that Kutztown has these amazing teachers here to help us.
All right, we'll be right back to the news right after these announcements.
You're going to go this way. Stop. Yeah. Whoa. No, here. Okay, well, hear this right now. I'm going to go here. Stop. Okay, go on. I'm going to show you some real news this time, okay? This is fantastic. I know, it's great. How is this? I don't have a feminine side. It's outrageous.
Stop arguing, you nincompoops. Aren't you three supposed to be promoting the show you idiots were blabbering about before? I suppose I'll just handle it myself. Mic Check is a half-hour-long program showcasing local music talents based in and around the Lehigh Valley. Featured bands perform live music and are interviewed. How was that? You think you could have done better? Mic check. Airing Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and Fridays at 1 p.m.
You know, all that rain we got really just dampened my Columbus Day weekend.
It certainly did. I hope the weather will continue to clear up this week. Let's go over to Casey Montague, our new weather person, to see what the weather will be doing this weekend.
Good evening, Kutztown. I hope everyone had a wonderful Columbus Day. Today we had a high of 64. It was mostly sunny. Tonight it will drop down to 45 degrees, so make sure if you're going out you wear a jacket. And tomorrow we will have a high of 70 and a low of 52. Now for your 5-day forecast. Wednesday, we will have a high of 70 and a low of 52. On Thursday, we will have a high of 70 and a low of 54. Friday will be a high of 64 and a low of 41. Saturday will be a high of 63, low of 39. And Sunday will be a high of 63 and a low of 37. I hope everyone has a great week. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Casey. Coming up this Thursday, the Women's Center on campus will be hosting a Love Your Body Day in the McFarland Student Union. Created and sponsored by the National Organization for Women, or NOW, the Love Your Body campaign takes a stand against the disrespectful and damaging ads and images of women that we unfortunately see in popular media. It encourages a healthy body image to promote self-esteem for girls and women, and it also promotes using real, unphotoshopped images of women in the media that we see every day. From 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the sub, come join us for information, yoga, chocolate and other snacks, and much more. Whether you spend the entire day with us or come for just a few short hours, you are sure to leave with a greater appreciation for your body and yourself. The most anticipated event of the fall season in the small town of Topton is its annual Halloween parade. Featuring fire trucks, local marching bands, and of course, lots of candy. This event is fun for the whole family.
Coming up after the break, I have some updates on KU football and field hockey, so stay tuned.
Be sure to tune in Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. to catch co-hosts Devin Raventoss and Eddie Rishit as they travel around the Berks County and Lehigh Valley area, exploring some great places to visit. Channel 1 re-airs Wednesdays at 7:30 and Fridays at 12:30. Don't miss it!
Choose Kutztown University.
Kutztown Sports had a very good weekend as we start off with the football team getting its first win of the season against Cheney University in a 35-19 game. The difference in this game had to be the Golden Bears finding their running game, ripping the Cheney defense for 225 yards and 2 touchdowns. Most of the load was carried by senior running back Curtis Wortham, who totaled 154 yards and averaging 7.7 yards an attempt. Quarterback Alec Warner had a good day, going 19 for 38 with 3 touchdowns in the air, along with 1 rushing touchdown. Freshman wide receiver Kellen Williams had a career day, leading the Golden Bears with 11 receptions for 119 receiving yards. The Kutztown defense played well, holding Cheney's offense to 178 yards and forcing 2 fumbles, along with an interception by safety Kurt Kenny. After getting his first career win, head coach Drew Fulmar will look to continue his team's success as Kutztown will travel to take on Shippensburg University at Seth Grove Stadium at 1 o'clock. The women's cross-country team came out on top in the DeSales Invitational, edging out 21 other teams to pull out the first-place finish. The team would be led by sophomore Corrine Manella and junior Frances McNally, finishing in 7th and 8th place respectively. Manella finished with a time of 24 minutes, 7 seconds, then McNally finished just 2 seconds later with 24 minutes, 9 seconds finish. The team would end up with 10 runners finishing in the top 50 participants, and Kutztown would finish with 50 points, winning by a very large margin. The Golden Bears will return to action when they travel to compete in the Lafayette Leopard Invitational on Saturday, October 19th. The field hockey team suffered a setback against Bloomsburg University when they lost by the score of 3-0. The Golden Bears played tough, keeping it scoreless game the first half, holding the Huskies to only one shot on goal. The Huskies wouldn't score until the second half when they were awarded a penalty stroke in the 43rd minute. Bloomsburg would go on to score 2 more goals to shut out the Golden Bears, who got outshot 9-2. The Golden Bears will try to turn it around when they look to upset the undefeated Shippensburg University tonight at 7 o'clock. The girls' soccer team continues to win, extending its winning streak to 7 as they shut out the 3rd team in a row, this time beating Mansfield University 1-0. The Golden Bears were aggressive in the game, finishing with 23 shots while having 9 shots on goal. 30 minutes into the game, junior Ruby Mink found freshman Katie Miller for the lone goal of the game. Even without scoring in the second half, the Golden Bears offense kept the pressure, being led by freshman Elena Curry, who had a team-leading 5 shots. The Kutztown goalkeeper, Elena Rakowitz, had another solid game, recording 3 saves. The Golden Bears will look to continue their winning ways when they travel to take on Slippery Rock University at 3 o'clock.
That's all we have for you tonight. We'll see you again on Thursday.
For Diana, Casey, and the rest of the crew,
Good night.